This clip is about a lifted ball incident in the start of the second quarter, which led to the first video referral of the game. It's also about the misuse of the word interpretation and the effect of comments of commentators on subsequent views of the game by players. We go back to this.
Lots of attack at both ends, into a body, penalty corner, and that's the right decision because the player was stopping a shot on goal, the deflection. That's a beautiful move too, look. Great deflection, up into the body. If it hadn't been going towards the goal, it would have been a free hit to the defender for dangerous play. But because it was a shot on goal, if you're in the way, it's your bad luck in this game.
That was commentary given during the Beijing Olympics in 2008, and if you look at the very simplistic rule, really, it's obviously nonsense. The rule says quite bluntly, a flick or scoop towards an opponent within 5 metres is considered dangerous. There's no ifs or buts about that. Common sense application means that these days players are also penalised if they hit a ball up into a player within 5 metres or if they deflect the ball into a player within 5 metres. In fact, in this match and another incident, an attacker was penalised when he deflected the ball up into the body of a close defender in the circle. That is correct. I have been chuntering on for years about the fact that the hit and deflection parts of this rule are missing and that there is nothing at all in the rule about velocity. Common sense means that all three of these things ought to be considered: distance, height and velocity. But they aren't. What we get instead is interpretation. But what has been interpreted? A flick or a scoop towards an opponent within 5 metres is considered dangerous. That is all there is that can be interpreted. There is nothing else. The task of umpires is to interpret the actions of players for compliance with the rules and to interpret the intentions of players. And that's it.
Up against Janssen. Here is John Doman. John Doman into the circle. Vortelboer with a really important stop.
So you say danger? Okay. Go.
And you're saying it's dangerous ball. Let's have a look.
Yeah, Koen. If the ball was dangerous, I blow for the ball hit the leg of the...
Well, it does hit him above the knee.
It does him above the knee, but he's
knees are bent.
really low. My interpretation is there's enough pace on that for that to be a corner. That's played up. Doesn't really matter where the knee is. The knee's only relevant, I believe, on penalty corner #1 running. It's just something that people believe that's the guideline. But it's about, is this dangerous? Is there enough pace on this ball as it's played through from Vortelboer? It hits Venier. My guess is that'll go for a penalty corner.
There you go, here we go.
There's no clear reason to change your decision. Belgium lose their referral.
There we go, that's my referral gone. I make no further comment.
The umpire there told the video umpire that he had penalised the attacker for a ball body contact, whereas in fact, of course, he should have applied Rule 9.9 and have penalised the defender and awarded a penalty corner. Simon Mason was right, that should have been a penalty corner. But then Simons himself started talking about the interpretation of the pace or velocity of the ball, and that forms no part of the rule at all. The only consideration is that the player the ball has been lifted into is within 5 metres of the player who lifted the ball, and that's it. Period. Finish. There is nothing in this rule about height, or about velocity, or about a hit, or about a deflection. Those last two, hit and deflection, have been incorporated into what umpires do using common sense, but neither form part of the rule. Simon Mason's belief that the knee height criteria applies only when the ball is raised towards an outrunner at a penalty corner is correct. The knee height has no other application within the rules of hockey outside that given to it during a penalty corner. First hit shot, first flick raised at an outrunner.